Okay, today I'm working on landscapes. Let's work on landscapes together. So, yesterday I built two different kinds of mold. One is the random stuff mold, in which you get lots of pieces of styrofoam, lay them out, and all these will pop right off, but I don't really want them to, because I'm going to do more layers today. And then the other one has got some chicken wire, and I wrapped rocks around it. This will also pop right off. So, basic paper mache, right? Some people use a glue mixture. Some people use a flour mixture. I use both glue, flour, and water. Glue is your white glue. Then, some newspaper. I like using the funny section. Gives it some comic relief. Oh, God. Write that down. Get yourself a nice paintbrush. We'll paint a layer on. Put the sticky side down. And just kind of mold it on there to fill in all the gaps and crevasses. Anywhere that feels dry, you can go ahead and add a little mo to it. Now, it may not look like much now, but ultimately, the idea is that after a couple of sessions of this, where you have to let it dry in between every session, we'll get a nice, thick, rolling thing. And I'll go in, get my detail spots with smaller strips of newspaper to fill in the gaps, and then we can paint it, and it's going to look like dirt. You can make it look more like rocks if you want to make it look more like rocks, but rocks you kind of want to build individually. Yep, and you got a great landscape, which I'll show you when we've got done. All right, so we've been working on our landscapes. I have done a lot of layers because I need mine super thick, because we may have to drill holes in the middle of it to get an actor's hand through, like a puppeteer's hand through. We don't know where that puppet's going to need to be, so I made mine especially thick so that it would be it would stand up to me sawing through it. So then what we do is take spray paint and we get whatever color we want. I've got some nice browns and greens. I also found in experimenting the expensive spray paint, the artesian spray paint, about as good for this particular job as the cheapy spray paint. So we got lots of greens and browns and blacks. Then we get a can of this miracle Super 77 spray adhesive, and we cover the entire surface. Now you'll see I've already done all this. I'm at the last step. I just forgot to film it as I was going. You'll get the idea. But you spray the entire surface. What I've done is I've gotten some Spanish moths, because here in South Louisiana we've got some really great moss that grows, and you bake it to get all the critters out of it. Then I can put Spanish moss down, as well as there is this substance that you get in model train building for your trees. And let's see if we can get the light right. Yeah, see that? And it's basically like green sawdust, if you would imagine that. And that makes an incredible mold. If you want to stick that on, it can pass for grass. It's a very versatile substance, but you want to stick plenty of that on there too. We get a pretty nice surface for us to do our filmmaking on. Looks like ground. I'll show you a couple of more I made over here. So basically, I've built them all in these blocks so that then they can all be put together on the stage and rearranged as need be. And that's how we're doing landscape.